Hi everyone, my name is Sushma. I am the Learning and Development Specialist at ProXel. As many of you know, ProXel has come up with an initiative where we bring to you experts, leaders, and guests from different disciplines and industries who can share their valuable insights and suggestions on how we can better cope with the current lockdown situation. So today on our show, we have with us a special guest, Samiksha Bindra. She is the franchise owner of a very popular STEM school by the name Mad Science. And this is the franchise in the state of Colorado and very popular across the state. So, welcome, Samiksha. Thank you for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone.
Yeah. Thank you. So, Samiksha, we'll start with finding out a little more about your organization. So, tell us about your organization.
Yeah, good that you have a time limit on this, Sushma, because once I start talking about math science, I cannot stop. So we'll keep it brief. Math science is a STEM-based organization. It's a franchise, and we do science programs. We are after-school programs, birthday parties, special events, water festivals, where we teach about a water cycle, and we do camps. We do anything related to science for ages 4 through 12. And I like to say we spark imagination and learning in that age group. And it's all hands-on. So
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. That sounds so exciting. And I'm sure the staff and all of you, your team and the kids must be absolutely enjoying it.
yeah, they love it. We love it too.
Yes, absolutely. So, Samiksha, in the current situation, one big question is that what is the biggest challenge that kids and parents face because of the disruption in the routine and the lockdown where everybody has to stay home?
Very difficult times. We had not thought about, no one has, had thought about this situation,
Right.
that we would see this in our lifetime. So now we are in this situation. So I'm going to talk, uh, being a mom as well as a professional who handles and who works with kids all over, all the time. So I have I have noticed, or I think this is a fact, that people, when they are unsure about the future, they don't do well. And kids are not different. Their routines, their schedules are disrupted all of a sudden. They don't have a schedule. They don't know what to do.
Mhm.
Some of the kids have started online learning through the schools, but it's for very short duration in the morning. So as a mom, I would think what I have been trying to do is, keep their schedule set. Like we should try to keep their set bedtime, set
Mhm.
wake up time, schedule for the day. We cannot match the schedule with the school's schedule, but we can kind of come up with some kind of schedule for the kids. We
Mhm.
should have some time with them, like if you are working from home, like I am working from home sometimes. So during lunchtime, have the kids come to the kitchen, prepare meals with you. And I feel science and math is everywhere, in the kitchen especially. So ask them questions, try to keep them involved. They look for that intelligent conversation no matter what their age is. When they start talking, from the time like 2 until teenagers or even grown-ups, everybody likes to have an intelligent conversation. So ask them questions. Hey, what's the temperature? We should do the baking, or why do we boil water, or why, what happens when the vegetables are cooked. So kind of we can ask based on their level, we can age and their grade level, we can ask them relevant questions, ask them to help us, and kind of give them a little bit of that intelligent conversation they're looking for. And then I have also noticed, uh, when they have time and they're very bored, they come up with very creative ideas. So encourage those creative ideas. Like the other day, I was noticing my son, he was drawing cartoons. He's almost 17. I've never seen him doing it. And he was doing a pretty good job. So kind of, this is the time when they cannot go out, they cannot meet their friends, they have no social interaction, they're not doing their enrichment outside the house. So encourage them with whatever they want to do,
Mhm.
and try to have a set schedule. I have noticed, like, it takes them 1 or 2 or maybe 3 days, and then they kind of get used to it. Uh, we are getting used to it. kids being home, adapting to this new lifestyle, having more family time, being
Mhm.
positive and constructive. It all brings out best in you when you do, when you have limited resources, it brings out the best in you.
Mhm.
So those are a couple of my suggestions.
Right. Yeah. That actually, now that you mention it, that's really interesting. We as parents tend to joke about, going crazy with the spouses at home and the kids at home. But interestingly, people have adapted very well. Friends that I speak to, I mean, they're not unhappy for sure that the kids are home. They're actually enjoying it. It's just about figuring, how to manage and, maintain the balance between working from home and actually managing the kids. So that's a very interesting way of looking at it, Samiksha. I mean, those intelligent conversations in the kitchen, that is something, surely one should try. So from, more from an academic perspective, like you mentioned, now online learning is for limited hours and it definitely cannot compensate for the 6 or 7 hours that kids would spend at school. So from that perspective, as a parent, any tips that you would like to share, on how you can help the child keep up and get back when things come back to normalcy?
Absolutely. I think it's our now one of the duties kind of we need to add as parents to our list, that
Mhm,
whatever they're learning online, just
mhm,
have that kind of conversation during dinner, or after they're done with the school, after we are done with our job, job. So we should be asking them what they did, what they learned, because they might be having some difficulties doing online, because they're watching videos. Some of them are on interactive sessions. So just keep an eye on what they're doing. Try to keep involved. Try to see
mhm,
where you can be helpful. I would also suggest that try to find some enrichment programs for them,
mhm,
where just ask them what they would like to do. And I have seen many enrichment programs come up with virtual live streaming lessons now,
mhm,
and kids are liking those lessons, because maybe in the school time, during the school regular day, they were not getting that much time to spend. If they are they love crafts, if they love arts, or they love any robotics, anything that they love to do, find
mhm,
out those programs, interactive programs, have them do that enrichment once a week, twice a week. It
mhm,
just brings out the best in them. I would say try to keep an eye on their curriculum, on their schedule a little bit more. It's not
right,
additional work. I tell you, as a parent, I've started enjoying that now, because
mhm,
now I know more about what my kids are doing in every class, and
mhm,
they are more willing to share those ideas, because
mhm,
they have so much of time and they don't have any other outlet. So they're talking to us, me and my husband, their dad.
mhm.
So they're talking to us all the time. So I feel that now I know more. So just keep an eye on that. Talk to them. I would say that helps a lot.
Okay. Yeah, that's great to know. Definitely, this is a great time for the kids to connect now that, I mean, even if they spend times with the electronics, with having 24 hours on hand, there is still a limit to that. And I'm sure they would want to talk to someone, and now is a great time to make that connect.
Absolutely. I have also come up with some creative ideas for, because they're not going out for the sports activities. So
Right.
kind of workout session with them. I would suggest to all the parents, try
Mhm.
to have workout sessions with them. If you don't have time to do the sessions every day, just try to encourage them to, put some nice music for them, or just come up with some schedule where they're working out, doing some exercise, so just doing
Right.
good.
Yeah, it's all about getting creative.
Yeah, yeah.
Going back to the interesting, idea that you shared, Samiksha, about spending time in the kitchen, trying to make that intelligent conversation. So, do you think, coming from the creative science background, are there any like quick experiments that kids could try by themselves at home, safe to try at home kind of experiments or activities that you would suggest?
Absolutely, depending on the age,
Mhm,
I would say if they Google, and if they Google like fun, cool science experiments, they'll get a list of experiments.
mhm,
If they want to reach out to us, info@mathscience.tv, we
mhm,
can send them free resources, free experiments, safe experiments to do in the kitchen. One of my favorites is favorites is one with yeast sugar, where I like to show that yeast is eating sugar and then releasing a carbon dioxide. You have like a beaker or a bottle and you put balloon on the top, and when the carbon dioxide is released, the balloon blows up. So there are so many activities to do in the kitchen. I
Okay.
would say Google and find all those resources. If I start speaking about those experiments, I will go on forever. They can reach out to us, as I said, free resources. We can send them. Just tell us what age group they are in, what grade level they are in, and we can send the age relevant
Oh, okay.
experiments to be done. And all these experiments that we can send or we will be sending, they can be done at home with the household items.
Okay. That's great. I mean, as you're describing the experiment, it's kind of sounding so exciting for me as an adult, and I'm sure the kids would love it.
They love it, yeah.
Yeah. So viewers, yes, like Samiksha mentioned, that there are a lot of free resources online, and along with this video, I will also be sharing a video that has been created by Mad Science for the viewers for a few experiments that you can try out at home. And in addition to that, you can check out their programs, reach out to them. All that information will be shared along with this video. Mad Science is definitely a great organization, and it's just amazing to see how they generate that interest and learning through such a creative approach. So thank you, Samiksha, for doing the
Sure.
wonderful job that you do. And any last few comments before we close?
Sure. I would like to thank you and Proxel for this opportunity. You guys do a wonderful job. I've checked your website, seen the trainings you provide. I mean, you guys have an impressive variety of programs and training services you offer for professional and personal skill development. I would suggest all of us, all our viewers, to look at the website and some of the workshops that you have done. I mean, amazingly good. And then the blogs. So thank you so much for connecting the parent community with education, and I'm sure you are connecting with other people. So even like thinking about all that during these times is very creative. So thumbs up for your company, Proxel, and keep doing the good work.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Samiksha. Thank you for joining, and thank you for sharing your experience from being a wonderful mom and also being a successful working professional and managing both of it so well. So thank you all
Thank you.
viewers. Hope you found this session to be informative and helpful for all of you. So we'll come back again with another session on the series that we are calling Adding Values and Impacting Lives. Until we see you next time, stay home, take care, and stay safe. Thank you.